यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनम की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमपदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, fifth canto, chapter 2. Chapter 2, text number 16. Kindly repeat after me. Na tvam tyajami daitam dvijadeva dattam yasmin manodrigapi no na vyati lagnam mam charu singhi arhasi netum anuvratam te चित्तं यथा प्रतिसरन्तु शिवासचिव्यः न त्वं त्यजामि दयितं द्विजदेव दत्तम् यस्मिन् मनो दृगोपि मनो न वियाति लग्नम् मां चारुसिंह नेतुमनुव्रतं ते चित्तं यथा प्रतिसरन्तु शिवासचिव्यः न त्वां त्यजामि दयितं द्विजदेव दत्तम् यस्मिन् मनो दृगपीनो न वियाति लग्नम् मां चारुसिंह्यरहसि नेतुमनुव्रतं ते चित्तं यथा प्रतिसरन्तु शिवा सचिव्यः Vaishnavis. Word to word, meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ji ki Jai. Na, not. Tvam, you. Tajami, I shall give up. Daitam, very dear. Dvijadeva, by Lord Brahma, the demigod worshipped by the Brahmanas. Dattam, given. Yasmin, unto whom? Manaha, mind. Drik, eyes. Api, also. Naha, my. Na vyati, do not go away. Lagnam, tightly attached. Mam, me. Mam, me. Charu Sringi, O woman with beautiful raised breasts. Arhasi, you ought. Netum, to lead. Anuvratam, follower. Te, your. Chittam, desire. Yataha, wherever. Pratisarantu, may follow. Shivaha, favorable. Sachivyaha, friends. Translation. Lord Brahma, who is worshipped by the Brahmanas, has very mercifully given you to me, and that is why I have met you. I do not want to give up your company, for my mind and eyes are fixed upon you and cannot be drawn away. O woman with beautiful raised breast, I am your follower. You may take me wherever you like, and your friends may also follow me. Purport. Now, Agnidra frankly admits his weakness. He was attracted to Purvachitti, and therefore, before she could say, "But I have no business with you," he expressed his desire to be united with her. He was so attracted that he was ready to go anywhere, hell or heaven, in her company. When one is absorbed in lust and the influence of sex, one surrenders to the feet of a woman without reservations. Srila Madhvacharya remarks in this connection that when one engages in joking and talking like a crazy person, one may say anything and everything, but his words will be meaningless. Hare Krishna. So I seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled here to speak something for the pleasure of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohanji, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, all the assembled Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada, and also for my purification. So this is a very different section which usually when we read, sometimes we want to zip it out because there is elaborate description of the illusory beauty of the womanly gender, and it is not very. Sometimes the mind does not very easily able to handle the descriptions. One time, one devotee, one outside person asked that why so many descriptions about sexual aspects are given in the Bhagavatam. And Srila Raghunath Maharaj said that we read about it so that we don't get entangled in it. But people in the outside world, they are absorbed, they are entangled in it completely. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Puran, and in this Amal Puran, the only goal is to help us develop Krishna Prem. There is no other goal. Even the giving up of material existence is only with the pristine goal of attaining Krishna Prem. Aradhya Bhagwan Brajeshatanes Taddham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Vraju Vadhu Varge Nava Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prem Pumartu Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatra Dharanaparaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's opinion is that Srimad Bhagavatam has the Prem Pumartu Mahan as the goal. So, if we wish to attain or revive our original loving relationship with the Lord, one has to do the homework of cleaning the chitta of all the impurities. And one of the very vital, very strong impurities in the heart is of lust. So it is very important that Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to do that. However, when they do that in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is actually accompanied by the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam all through. Here we are seeing Maharaj Agnidra. He is actually doing tapasya and wants Brahmaji to benedict him with some good wife for a good progeny to go to Pitraloka. No? And he also tells Purvachitti that I think Brahmaji has sent me a good wife in form of you. But today, modern generation has no plan like this. They may see a beautiful girl and then they think there is nothing about wife and all that. One just thinks that I can enjoy. So one goes into the adharmic layer. So the desires to enjoy are there in the living entity, and that's why he's here in this matter world. But even that done within Dharma has its own purification program. That is why there is Vivaha Sanskar. It's called Sanskar. And at the same time, the Bhagavatam elevates us above the idea of enjoying in this matter world like a Karmkandi. Here, Agnidra is actually entangled in these kind of ideas because it's mentioned by one of the acharyas in one of the purports. Prabhupada mentions that although Priyavrat Maharaj is completely a pure devotee of the Lord, but at the time when Agnidra was conceived, there was a tinge of lusty desire, and that has brought such a person with such feelings or such consciousness in the womb of the mother. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam is Amal Puran, and we should always know that all the discussions that we do, even about the Anartha Nivritti, is only with the goal of attaining Krishna. Here, Srila Prabhupada in the purport is mentioning that Agnidra is actually frankly sharing his weakness. He's saying, you can take me wherever you want. So, the living entity originally has Krishna Prem. And when the love of Godhead is pervertedly reflected in this world, it transforms into lust. The living entity originally, Atmendra Priti Vancha Tare Bale Kam, Krishnendra Priti Cha Dhare Premanam. So when the living entity wants to serve the Lord, he enjoys. Enjoyment is not wrong. Anandmaya Abhyasat. One actually should naturally enjoy. That is the natural propensity of the soul. And Krishna is raso vaisa. He is full of rasas. If we actually enjoy, both the living entity and the Lord enjoys the rasa. So, to enjoy Adi Rasa or the original original sex life with Krishna, that sex life has no correspondence in one sense to what we see in the material world. But that is the relationship between Purusha and Prakriti. The only Purusha is Krishna. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasava Bhritya. The desire to serve Krishna is the Prakriti Bhav. And the desire to enjoy separately from Krishna is the perverted Purusha Bhav. The only Purusha Bhav that someone can only have Purusha Bhav if he is the Purusha. That Purusha Bhav means one can actually enjoy as Purusha if he is actually the Purusha. Nowadays, sometimes ladies also or girls also dress like a man, but they still are ladies. They may keep short hair and whatever dress codes of a man, but that does not make them a man. Similarly, this is on the bodily front, but on the soul platform, we are all Prakriti. We are all to be enjoyed by the Supreme Purusha Krishna, and he can actually really enjoy it. He can enjoy because he has transcendental senses. He does not enjoy like the gross body or the subtle body. It has nothing to do with it. All these are just contaminations and coverings over the soul. So the living entity, when he comes to this world, that love has got transformed into lust. The same spiritual energy with which he can actually render unlimited devotional service to the Lord because of the attraction he feels for Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan is the attractive Supreme Madan who actually attracts the entire creation, all the living entities. It is not male and female. He attracts all living entities. When Krishna is when he is doing this hide and seek leela with this devotee Gopas. So he hides in some behind a tree and he tells the Gopas, you can, chupan chupai chal raha hai, no? So he is hidden, but he cannot be hidden. You know why? Because wherever he hides, all the birds, all the squirrels, everyone goes there only. So all the Gopas come to know there must be Krishna. And he says, you cheated me. I wanted to hide. How can he hide? Because he's so attractive. All living entities are attractive. When the gopis are praying in separation from Krishna, they are saying that the deer and the she deer and all the rabbits and all of them are actually ready to, they can all take association of Krishna when he goes to the forest. All the gopas are taking, but only one species is not allowed, and this is the gopis. We are the cursed species. We are not able to get the association of Krishna. So their attraction to Krishna is based on pure love, and the perverted understanding is there in this world. So the living entity, Acharyas share that the living entity and the Lord are made for each other. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki Jai. So the living entity and the Lord are made for each other. Like a gold ring and the blue diamond. The Lord is like a blue diamond. The blue diamond decorates the gold ring to become even more beautiful to look at. And the gold ring becomes the proper place to place the blue diamond. You just don't place blue diamond over a table. So the Lord is the ornament for the jiva. When he looks for serving the Lord, he becomes beautiful to look at. And the jivas, when they are pure devotees of the Lord, when they are around the Lord also becomes more glorified. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita only 700 slokas, but Srimad Bhagavatam 18,000 slokas, because devotees took over the dais. Devotees said, you are not glorifying properly. We will do the needful. So when Bhagavatam came out, 18,000 slokas, because devotees have much more joy of glorifying Krishna. Actually, the devotees, like the person who is having the qualities, cannot understand what qualities he has. When you serve a person, you are relishing the wonderful qualities that he has. So the Lord is full of all wonderful qualities, samasta guna gana dhama, and the jivas are getting the joy of serving the person. So Sometimes people want to enjoy and they want to say, why God made us, as this, we want to enjoy the maximum. But Krishna actually did that. Already he has given more enjoyment in serving than in enjoying. Because he, as the enjoyer, he feels he went in loss. He comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to actually enjoy the Prakriti Bhav. Because the qualities that Krishna has are so beautiful, all the living entities, while serving him, they relish those qualities, and thus the joy of service to the most beautiful object of pleasure lies with the jiva. But the Supreme Lord is not able to enjoy that because he is the supreme entity. He is the beautiful person. So he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the gold ring is beautified with a blue diamond. But when it comes to this material world, this jiva, mamaivamsho jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana, manashashtani indriyani, prakriti sthani karshati. The same amsha of the Lord, who is beautiful to look at when he serves the Lord. Like Hanumanji is serving the Lord, Lakshman is serving the Lord, Dashrath Maharaj wants to serve the Lord, Kaushalya wants to serve the Lord. They are beautiful. But Kekai was also beautiful. But when she said, Lord, you go away to Vanvas, then she is not beautiful. Ravan is not beautiful. So the living entity's beauty is in being a servant of the Lord. Prahlad is beautiful, Hiranyakashipu is not. But when the jiva forgets this, then he comes to this world and manashashtani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Covered by the three modes, that same pure soul who is a part and parcel of the Lord, he is so embarrassed and so much humiliated because he gets attracted to the dirty body. As he thinks he wants to be with the Lord, he is trying to find the Lord in the objects of this world. And he gets attracted to the body which is made up of stool, bile, mucus, air, urine, saliva. Nothing is beautiful about this body. Only it's called a bag of stool, Instead of this skin layer, which Brahmaji has a very powerful packaging technology, had he put polythene bag, which is transparent, I don't think so anyone will be attracted. It is only this packaging which is making it attractive. So one time one devotee was asking Prabhupada about this, and Prabhupada said that this is Brahmaji's packaging technology. And then that devotee said, he has packed the things very nicely, properly, So that devotee said like this, because he was feeling attracted. He said, how such an illusion comes over, Actually, it's an amazing thing. See, magicians don't reveal their trick. Why? Because if you reveal the trick, no one will enjoy the magic. But Maya Devi has boldly revealed the trick also. This is what I am packaging. These are the three modes which will bewilder you. Everything is told. And still the jiva gets, badhiya lag raha hai, it's good actually. So the Maya's trick is more powerful than any magician. So one gets humiliated. Actually, one is getting the jiva who should feel attracted to the Lord is getting attracted to the most contaminated items of this world. So the soul is actually beautiful, but the soul's body, with what he's getting in this material world, it is actually an embarrassment to the soul. This body cannot give enjoyment to ourselves also. What to talk of someone else who wants to enjoy the body of another person? Even after the body also looks beautiful because the part and parcel of Krishna is sitting in the body. Otherwise, as soon as that soul leaves, because Krishna is only attractive, nothing else is attractive. Krishna is the only attractive personality. When Krishna is not there, then the soul leaves. Actually, first Paramatma leaves, and then the soul has to leave. So, because the body has been rejected by the Paramatma, the soul leaves, Paramatma leaves, then there is nothing attractive in this body. Even Miss Universe body will be put into the fire or buried under the ground as per whatever is the custom of the local place. Dust, tool or ashes. Muchukunda says, vit, krimi, bhasma, samgita. Either one becomes tool, There are some cultures where the body is eaten by vultures, So the vulture's stool comes out, So all that glorious, creams and powders and everything, whatever was put over the body, now it's stool. And the Vedic Sanatan Dharma traditions burn the body, so that becomes ashes. And there are cultures where they bury the body, which becomes dust. So that is the end result of the body, whatever. And when the person dies, even the most intimate person, like one's own wife, will not like to keep the body for one day also, one night also. Immediately take the body, because now it is no more touchable also, actually. So the body is also that much attractive only to the degree the soul is inside. Otherwise, there is no, even the beautiful looking body has no attraction, because now there is no soul. So we all know this. The story does not, that is what the Maya's amazement is, that after knowing all this, we still are having attraction. The soul is so attractive. I was hearing one lecture of Srila Radhanath Maharaj. He was saying that soul being an infinitesimal part and parcel of Krishna, but he is so attractive that all the attractive items of this world, all the beauty of this world is nowhere compared to one soul's attractive potency. A jiva is also so powerful. The jiva is so attractive. So we can see this. When Srila Prabhupada went to the West, he went to hippie land. Hippies are, just craving for pleasure. That is their goal. Just do whatever it takes to enjoy life. But he attracted their hearts out of the mess of this world. How much attraction he had. They got so touched by his devotional fervor. They all wanted to serve him. Not just hippies, all across the world. Tens of thousands of disciples he made. When he was very old, they were tall, he was short. So bodily speaking, what qualification? He had a Bengali English, But the soul is so attractive because he is purely serving Krishna. A pure lover of Krishna is very attractive. And the soul can show his full beauty only when he is actually expressing love for Krishna. But when this, we understand all this logic, but when it fails, we can't understand logically, so we are humiliated. We are put under utter humiliation. So the same jiva who can be a spiritual hero, he tries to become a material hero. He wants to impress the world, impress the opposite sex, like here Agnidhara is trying to do. And he becomes actually enslaved by Maya instead. We know of many pastimes. We know of Vishwamitra Muni. Vishwamitra Muni wanted to, get Brahma Tejas, and he was doing tapasya. And Indradev is always having some concern about, there should not be any problem to his kursi, chair. So he sent first Menka, and he fell prey to lust, Vishwamitra Muni. Later he sent Rambha, and he fell prey to anger. Kamat Krodha Vijayate. And third time, Trishanku wanted to have a Saswarga entry. So he got into an ego issue that Vishishta could not do it, I will do it. So, all this lust, anger and pride, they captured him. We also hear about Purarava story. We hear about Yayati. We hear about Shaubri Muni. So lust is a very powerful force. One time, okay, I'll tell this story after that. So in the bygone days, in the Vedic times, there were Vishakanyas. Vishakanyas are, from the childhood, they are fed some little quantity of poison. And they are fed poison, so by the end of, when they grow up, they actually are full of poison. But they don't die out of that poison. And they're very beautiful to look at. So even big kings who, may be conquering the world, they get captured by the lusty desire to enjoy a woman. So the enemy, what he will do, he will say a king captured a kingdom. And when he goes into that palace and he enters the palace, after he closes his own room, he will hear some sound. And when he hears the sound, he will see, who is he? Who is there? And then he will see that one girl is there in the room and she's crying. And she is saying that I am actually the Raj Kanya, I am the Rajputri here. And then he will, because her beauty is very attractive, he says that now you can be my, wife. So as he gets into the lusty thought, as soon as she kisses him, he finishes. Sometimes actually kings would be warned by the ministers. They are knocking at the door. King, so there is some problem there. Something is, there is a trap for you. And he's thinking, who is disturbing her? And then he would open the door, don't disturb me. And then he gets lost, finished, defeated. So heroes become zeros. So I like to show some. Okay, no. See, there is a repeated verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krida Mriga. I have become a play toy in the hand of a woman. Krida Mriga. So this is okay. So this is Muchukunda. Very beautiful shlokas. Nirjitya dik chakramabhuta vigraho varasanastha samarajavanditah गृहेषु मैथुन्य सुखेषु योषिताम् क्रीडा मृगा पुरुष ईशनीयते निर्जित्य दिक्चक्रम अभूत विग्रहो. One has conquered all directions. No? Can you imagine? Abhuta vigraho. See, Abhuta vigraho means there is no conflict existing for him now. All. And then he's saying, Varasanastha Samaraja Vandita. Who were earlier called as equal kings, today they are glorifying him and praising him. So he is in that mode right now. See, here he says, having conquered the entire circle of directions and being thus free of conflict, a man sits on a splendid throne receiving praise from leaders who were once his equals. And then he says, Griheshu maitunya sukheshu yushitam. But no. But when he enters the inner chambers of his palace for the enjoyment of sex life with a woman, Krida Mriga, he becomes a play toy in the hand of a woman. He says here, but when he enters the woman's chamber where sex pleasure is found, he is led about like a pet animal. See, very graphically Muchukunda is sharing it. The whole world is thinking he is the king, but the queen knows who is the king. Because he has to bow down to the queen, for the senses have become enslaved by lust. So who is the hero? So all material heroes are actually enslaved by Maya, by this lust. Anyone who wants to impress the world, get more followers, to say that I am the hero, that's basically taking Purusha Bhav. And when he wants to take the Purusha Bhav, there has to be a Prakriti. So he wants the Prakriti in form of followers, wives, children, everything. But the problem is, he is himself Prakriti, so he cannot be Purusha. He is trying to artificially be the Purusha. Actually, the Purusha is one who is self-satisfied, who is Atma Ram. Krishna is like that. Lord Rama is like that. So he does not need anything from the Jiva. But the Jiva, when he serves the Purusha, he becomes satisfied. The Jiva becomes satisfied. So the Jiva is dependent on the Lord. But this artificial Purusha, foolish Purusha, when he tries to be the Purusha, he is trying to get Prakriti to satisfy him. That means he is already insecure about his own satisfaction, because he needs the Prakriti to satisfy him. So he cannot be satisfied without the other fellows. He needs those followers. If they don't praise me, like Radheshambhu gives some example of some rich man. They have some chela, who is massaging, is like, "Arey, hamare sahab ji to aise hain, hamare." After every 5 minutes, he is giving some praise about the, boss. then he feels secure. मैं कुछ हूँ ना. So, actually, to the degree a leader is requiring the subordinates to give him praises or look for some, he tries to impress them, then he is actually insecure. He is taking shelter of the subordinates. But the Lord is not like that. Lord is Atmaram. And all the jivas get attracted to the Lord because he's so pure. He's not attracted to all the queens of Dwarka. They are trying to, na shekuhu, it is said that they are trying to attract Krishna through their furtive, their beautiful glances. But Krishna does not get at all attracted. But he is attracted to their seva bhav. So one should know that all the jivas in this world, they can never become leader. Actually, only leader one can be if he is a sincere follower of the Supreme Lord. He is also following the parampara. So this is what happens when the jiva tries to artificially conquer and become a hero. So in Aila Gita, Purava also says something similar. Alas, although I am supposed to be the mighty emperor, the crown jewel of all kings on this earth, just see how my bewilderment has rendered me a toy animal in the hands of women. Again, Krida Mirga. He is connecting it to Urvashi, how he was a king, big, he is ruling over the entire earth. But when Urvashi, he is ready to go even without clothes in the public because he is running after the woman with the desire to enjoy. That is the contamination of the jiva. Although I was a powerful lord with great opulences, that woman gave me up as if I were no more than an insignificant blade of grass. And still naked and without shame, I followed her, crying out to her like a madman. Where are my so-called great influence, power and sovereignty? Just like an ass being kicked in the face by his she-ass, I ran after that woman who already had given me up. What is the use of a big education or the practice of austerities and renunciation? And what is the use of studying religious scriptures, of living in solitude and silence, if after all that one's mind is stolen by a woman? To hell with me. I am such a fool that I didn't even know what was good for me, although I arrogantly thought I was highly intelligent. Although I achieved the exalted position of a lord, I allowed myself to be conquered by women as if I were a bullock or a jackass. So anyway, this goes on. It's a good section to become humbled. Not humble, but humbled. So the craving is strong, but the jiva should understand that this is something I have to work upon. Haranti prasabam mana vipaschita, it said. Even an intelligent person's wisdom is stolen by this lust. Dhyayato vishayan pumsam. Here, he was actually doing dhyan on Brahmaji or whatever, I don't know. And then he sees Purvachiti and dhyan gets lost in. So when one actually does dhyan over the lusty object, he gets captured. So one should also know that how this works. So one is dhyan on some object. So one should withdraw. Aila Gita, he will mention this only, that one should withdraw the senses, then the senses will become peaceful. Another important thing to know is, Shaubari Muni did not fall prey to lust actually. He fell prey to Vaishnava offense. So sometimes if someone is falling prey to lust, one may not know that actually he has fallen prey to offense earlier. So one should guard against Vaishnava offense a lot, because that can lead to lust becoming so powerful that even the person who is giving Bhagavatam lecture on the dais, while speaking on lust, he will be falling prey to lust also. So one should know that offenses are more dangerous than even lust. So how we can get over with this embarrassment? So one beautiful thing is Radha Madan Mohanji's Seva. Madan Mohan Seva. Actually, we are looking for Seva Ras. Prem Ras is Seva Ras. More we experience the joy of being Prakriti by engaging as Prakriti in the service of the Purusha, then we will feel satisfied. And as we become satisfied with love, lust will go away. So it is the powerful benediction of Bhakti Yoga where we actually get to experience this. Because Jnanis, Yogis, they try to conquer this, but they are not able to. I heard a beautiful story by Radhesham Prabhu on this from His Holiness Bhakti, His Divine Grace Bhakti Sridhar Swami Rakshak Sridhar Swami Maharaj. So he was telling this that one time one tiger was trying to chase a cow, and the cow and the tiger both fell into a quicksand wala puddle. And now both are actually, the lion is that side and the cow is here. And both are actually, trying to get out of the quicksand. But more you try to get out of the quicksand, what happens? More you go and get in. And the lion is thinking, he's growling over that, that cow, खा लूंगा तुमको. But खा कैसे लूंगा? अभी तो पहले इधर हूँ ना. So he's growling and roaring and all that, but he cannot do anything. While the cow, she calls out to her master. When she calls out to the master, master immediately comes and pulls her out of the quicksand, while this tiger dies trying to growl in the quicksand. So the story is very simple, but it's very profound actually. The Jnanis, they don't want to take shelter of a master. They simply want to take the position of being the hero, but they die in this material world a miserable death. They cannot conquer Maya. Shaubari Muni, my God, he is trying to do what? Shaubari Muni is doing tapasya underwater, and he saw two fishes coming together, and that itself agitated his senses, and he got married. So today the world, you don't have to see fishes; there are men only. And so what is the hope for a devotee? But a devotee's hope is that he has taken shelter. The sense of belongingness that the devotee has, that gives him the sweetness of bhakti, while the jnani fellow is not getting any sweetness of bhakti. He is only experiencing, this is a dangerous world, I want to get out of this world. Neti. So the devotee becomes attached to his spiritual master, to Krishna, and that gives him a prakriti bhav to taste. Where is the prakriti bhav for a jnani? There is no possibility of prakriti bhav because he has not accepted the purusha only. So that is why it said that anadrita yushmadangraya, because he has given a forsaken the Lord's lotus feet, he cannot get any satisfaction. While someone who has attached himself to Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna pada padma jana jai, Krishna pada padma gandha jai jana pai, brahma loka adi sukha tare nahi bhai. If someone has become attached to Krishna pada padma gandha, then he will not get attracted to this material world. So one should know, Yoshitam Sangi gets attached to this material world because of the attachment to woman. But the same thing, Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya. So one should become attached to the great souls. Saiva sadhu shukrito. It said, Prasangam ajaram pasham atmana kavayo vidu. Saiva sadhu shukrito moksha dvaram apavritam. So we see so many disciples of Prabhupada who were caught up in these situations, but because they became attached to Srila Prabhupada, they could get elevated beyond this cycle of birth and death into the sweetness of bhakti. So this Sankirtan movement is very powerful. It is also said when you do Sankirtan together, like we dance in the Guru Puja or we go out for Harinam or all this Sankirtan program, when we do, Panchatattva comes and dances, and as the Panchatattva is dancing, the Bhog Vritti, the Bij for Bhoga gets finished, drowned in the Sankirtan fire. So one should actually take this, become a real Prakriti, the spiritual hero, not the material hero. Otherwise, even as a devotee of Krishna, if one tries to be a material hero trying to impress others, he will still be enslaved by Maya. So one should always try to live by the spiritual principle of being a servant of Guru and Krishna, Hari Guru Vaishnavas. So Lord Chaitanya today took sannyas. Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, and that is actually for the Purusha taking sannyas is different than us taking brahmacharya or sannyas. Because Purusha is actually the enjoyer, but he has taken the role of Prakriti. He is taking sannyas, he is renouncing. Actually, he is renouncing. Like when I shaved my head, so I had, before that I was going to one barber for shave, cutting. So he said, "Arey, aapke baal mein bahut dandruff hai, and there are a lot of dandruff in your hair." So I was remembering when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, his barber was also crying. Not because his hair had dandruff, but his hair was so beautiful that he didn't feel like cutting them. So there is nothing beautiful about this hair. This hair is actually so dirty. It is, as soon as it falls into the milk, you have to throw the milk. So this nothing part of no part of this body is beautiful, but Lord's body is actually beautiful. Lord shaved his hair to attract the jivas to the lotus feet of Krishna. So the Purusha is ready to become the sannyasi, the real enjoyer who should enjoy only. He is taking sannyas so that the living entities understand their dharma. So when his mother is crying transcendental love tears, while it is not the same with our parents. So one should always know that the Lord is also ready to take such a role to see that we remember where is the real joy of life. So we can pray to the Lord that we, by walking the journey as laid down by the great souls in the Bhakti Yoga program, we experience the bliss which the Jiva rightfully can claim, provided it does the homework proper. So we pray for that, and I seek your blessings that I also walk the journey with all of you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. This is a beautiful picture of Radha Vrindavan. प्रश्न टाइम हो गया ओके
You say that those are also coming next.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it feels like impossible task to give up. We are struggling with lust itself is taking like it might take many lifetimes. Then what is in after this like
Correct.
anger and
You're completely
ego.
correct.
So can we
Actually,
actually achieve this?
Lust is the beginning. That itself is a very big task on the jiva. उसी में most fellows fail in there only. After that, ahankar is very tough. Actually, most of the when we see some advanced person or one who has not advanced, I should say, but someone who has spent many years, so that person does not fall usually to lust. Although that person may eventually, face the point that he may either get married or something like that. But the point is that he is not falling to lust. He fell prey to pride. And because of pride, he does offense to some Vaishnavas. And then he becomes, the taste is withdrawn of bhakti. Then he falls prey to lust. So, ahankar is much, much tougher. In fact, ahankar is even difficult to detect. When lust is detected, we pray. We take shelter of Vaishnavas when we see lust in ourselves. But when pride comes, we don't see pride. Because it is, false ego is subtler than intelligence. So the battle is just begun. Yeah, it's just begun. It's a big journey. And we have to understand the gravity of this. If we want to actually go back to Godhead, we should be free from lust, anger, and pride, everything. At the same time, it is not a very depressing program. क्या होगा मेरा कोई hope है क्या? No, our hope is not in our sadhana. Our hope is in the mercy of the Lord. The sadhana that we do by chanting the holy name, by worshipping the Lordships, by associating with the Vaishnavas in whatever devotional ways, all that is an expression of begging to the Lord. We are not here to prove that I deserve because I did so many rounds. Sometimes devotees quote also, na, if you come for so many Mangal Artis, then you will get, out of this. I really don't understand how it works, How can you tell your quota to the Lord and get delivered, Is it such a cheap thing? That if you come for these many Mangal Artis, 12 साल तक कुछ बोलते हैं ना 12 साल मंगल आरती कर लिया तो पार हो जाएंगे. Is these fellows Vishwamitra Muni are fools? There is a qualifier to it, which is basically bhakti feeling. The Lord, we want to express love to the Lord. Free will means I want to do bhakti as much as I can, not that how much am I supposed to do. So when the desire to serve the Lord to my best capacity in a humble way that I could get to serve the Lord, then this spirit, this just like that sparrow could not dry up the ocean, but he was trying. And because he's trying with the sincere heart, Garuda gets attracted to that small bird's desire, to that attempt. So we are just trying to do that. We are expressing our desire to really please the Lord. One time His Grace Jananivas Prabhu was asked a question. Prabhuji, I thought I have so much lust, but after coming to Krishna, I came to know there is more lust. And as I am cleaning, I am seeing more lust. So I don't know how much more is remaining. So when will I get free from this lust? He said, this is all Jnani mentality. No? He said, simply do all your endeavor to please Guru and Gauranga. Give your life fully for this. And at the end of life, Gauranga will come up with a broom, remove all what is pending, and take you back to Godhead. तो अपना आशा वही है प्रभु. वो कितना पेंडिंग है उसको देखते रहेंगे ना तो we can't handle it. Yeah, you'll be before starting only you say छोड़ दो बहुत है no. So we have to understand the principle of bhakti. There is no hope for us. We are in an ocean, Prabhu. We are drowning in the ocean. What hope do we have? Only a person from the top can pull us up. Yeah. So we are fully hopeful, no? No? Because the Master is very merciful. No? Lord Chaitanya's program is going on, not even Krishna's program. Krishna is saying that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishami Machuja. But devotee बोलता है ये शरणम कैसे होगा ना ये भी प्रॉब्लम है. But Lord Chaitanya's mission is even more merciful than Krishna's mission. But we should not take undue advantage of that. No, not that Lord's endeavor and my mercy. The Lord be doing all the endeavor and I will be merciful enough to go with him. You know? I have to do my homework. Prabhupada tells in Dhruva Maharaj's purport that we cannot do austerities like Dhruva, but at least we should do our 16 rounds, follow 4 regs, then the Lord will be merciful. So we should do our part. There is, after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is no next package available in discount offer. No? So this is the last discount sales is going on, 10,000 years, get out. And 10,000 years means this is the life, Prabhu. After this life, if we are not completed, then, Swargaloka, we come back, Gaur Kali Yuga. So, this life, Lord Chalo, Hare Krishna. Over? Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.